Oh, so exciting. Okay, you guys ready? So let's talk a little bit about the physiology of skin of color. It's very different to Caucasian skin. A few key things that we need to think about. Number one is that the epidermal layer is more compact and there are more layers in skin of color. This means that the molecular weight of actives has to be smaller in order to penetrate to get to where the actives need to get to. So all the molecular weights of actives, not acids, actives in the treatment are smaller, number one. Number two, the melanocyte is larger and more reactive in skin of color. And this is why practitioners get scared when they do treatments on skin of color, because it's like a guesswork. And if you irritate the skin too much, you're going to lead to PIH. And then you're terrified. Practitioners just want to do their best. They want to have the best tools. Exactly. They want to get the best outcome. And they do this service because they love to make people feel good about themselves. And actually, when you're dealing with skin of color, it can feel like a minefield and feel scary. And so the acids that we use are large molecular weights. So they don't irritate the skin. So glycolic acid, for example, is not one that I like for skin of color. It's not my first pick because glycolic acid has a tiny molecular weight, can fly through the skin and can lead to something called hotspots. And that then leads to PIH in skin of color. What you want to go for instead would be mandelic acid plus lactic acid. There are 9 specific acids that I've put together into the world's first chemical peel for skin of color. And the acids themselves are tyrosinase inhibitors. So I've picked kojic acid, phytic acid, ferulic acid, ascorbic acid. Those are acids that will not only help to resurface the skin, but will go into the skin to calm down the melanocyte. So you're sedating the melanocyte during the chemical peel itself. Wow. You don't just want to remove the top layer of dead skin cells. You want to prevent future pigmentation from happening. And so you want to combine those two together. So I'm really excited about the chemical peel because it's professional grade only available to aesthetic practitioners and doctors.
So that isn't available to therapists?
It is, yeah. As long as they're NVQ4 plus, they need to be able to do microneedling because in this treatment, there's microneedling. So how do we do microneedling in skin of color? What is the strategy to prevent PIH in the skin of color? And how does radiofrequency work with all of this? This is how you do it. When you're dealing with Caucasian skin, you can do microneedling, and then while you're in the skin, you can then add in the radiofrequency at the tips. You shouldn't really do that for skin of color because it can lead to thermal shock and it can lead to PIH. We have to do it the other way around. So what you do is while the barrier is still intact, you go in with your radiofrequency device, which we do in the facial. Yes. And then you go in with your microneedling in that order. Then you get the benefits of both treatments, but without leading to any hyperpigmentation. Now, what you do after you've microneedled, ideally you want to then go in with a serum that will then penetrate into the thousands of channels that you created. And you want to load that with tyrosinase inhibitors and collagen stimulators. So that's what we've done. And that's also part of the treatment. And that's also professional grade only. So the last part of this treatment is your stem cell sheet mask with cryotherapy, because a very important part of this is vasoconstriction. We need to cool the skin. We don't want histamine in the skin. We do not want any inflammatory mediators. We want to calm the skin and lock in the actives. So we create this beautiful sheet mask with stem cells and tyrosinase inhibitors. And we go in with a cooling device, and then we go in with a humidifier, never steam. So for skin of color, we don't want steam because we already have less ceramides in our skin. So our skin becomes drier and duller quicker. So instead, we want to go in with a very humid environment. We want the water magnets, the humectants, to lock in the moisture from the air and bring them into the skin. And as we were saying before, it's not just skin of color behaves this way. It's premenopause and postmenopausal skin that starts to behave like skin of color.
And I mean, this is like a huge market even on its own, isn't it?